Champions League Matchday 2 rolls on Wednesday this week with 9 more games. Let's dive into these Wednesday games in this video. Pare it down to 2 different parlays, 3 games each for my Wednesday Champions League Matchday 2 predictions. If you're looking for more Champions League, Europa League, picks from other soccer leagues, and more, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, become a member for some great extra bonus picks, or even get a great sign-up offer for new customers at signupexpert.com/shredthespread. There's all kinds of great bonus bets out there available if you're a new customer signing up for a new sportsbook account. Let's get into these parlays. Parlay number 1, Aston Villa, Bayern Munich will be leg 1. Both had huge wins on matchday 1. Villa 3-0 over Switzerland's Young Boys, and Bayern winning 9-2 at home over Dinamo Zagreb, which saw Kane score 4, and that win saw them set a record for goals 9 and shots on target 19 in one Champions League game. It's never wise to bet against Bayern in the Champions League, especially in the group stage, where they've not lost in 41 games, winning 37 of those 41. Assuming Kane's ankle injury versus Leverkusen in that 1-1 draw this weekend isn't too bad, Bayern's attack should keep scoring at something they've done 34 times in just 8 games in all competitions this season. All 8 of those games have seen 2 or more goals. 6 of those 8 games have seen 4 or more goals. Over to Aston Villa, they suffered a setback drawing with Ipswich 2-2 this weekend, but they are 5th in the EPL at 4-1-1. They've had plenty of games that have featured plenty of goals as well. If you include all matches, they are 6-1-1 this season. They've scored in 7 of 8. They've scored multiple goals in 7 of 8. And in those games, 8 of 8 have seen 2 or more goals. 7 of the 8 have seen 3 or more goals. This game, you would think, should see goals, possibly of both teams to score over 2.5, maybe even over 3.5. Simply, we'll go over 2.5 goals. Let's just hope there's 3 goals in this game. We'll pair that up with 2 different selections. Next one, Shakhtar Donetsk and Atalanta. Shakhtar is home, but it will be in Germany for obvious reasons. Shakhtar drew 0-0 with Bologna, despite being outshot 17-4 and 4-1 in shots on target. Atalanta drew 0-0 with Arsenal, but were stopped on a double save off of a PK. Shakhtar are 4th in the Ukrainian league at 4-1-2, and they have scored the most goals, 19, through just 7 games. Shakhtar participate in the Champions League often, but they only have 8 wins and 37. Ladia, Atalanta have been very inconsistent, and even playing up a man this weekend, they scored late in the 90th minute to salvage a draw with Bologna 1-1. Across all competitions this season, Atalanta is just 2-4. They've given up 14 goals in those 8 games, scoring just 11. They even lost 3-2 at home to the newly promoted side of Como. You'd think Atalanta wins, but this could be a both teams to score, or at least over 1.5 goals in this game. Next up, Dinamo Zagreb and Monaco. Monaco had an advantage playing up a man, and they beat Barcelona 2-1 on matchday 1. Zagreb lost by a touchdown in Germany, 9-2 to Bayern Munich. That saw their coach get fired. Since that time, they also lost 4-1 to the last place team before winning 5-1 in their next game over in the Croatian league. 6 of 8 of their games have seen 3 or more goals. 7 of 8 have seen 2 or more. Monaco are yet to lose in France's League 1. They're 5-1-0. They're 2nd in scoring with 12 and have still only allowed 3 goals. It can't go worse than 9-2 for Zagreb, but you'd still expect Monaco to get the win here. They have just 1 loss in 20 games across all competitions going back to last season, and they have scored goals now, multiple goals in 4 straight games. You can see around -140 for a Monaco win. That looks like it could be a good play, or simply just over 1.5 goals in this game. Certainly Zagreb could bounce back. No one wants to lose by a touchdown more than 1 game in a row. So to be safe, and because we're in a parlay, over 1.5 for Zagreb and Monaco, paired with over 1.5 Shakhtar Donetsk, Atalanta, and then over 2.5 between Villa and Bayern Munich. We can come in at plus 126 odds for that parlay. Next one, parlay number 2, Lille, Real Madrid. Lille took a first half red card and they lost 2-0 away to Sporting. Real Madrid beat Stuttgart 3-1, but that game was close 1-1 until late in that game. Real Madrid is out the injured Mbappe and could only draw 1-1 in the Madrid derby with Atleti this weekend. They were, though, leading 1-0 until very late in that game. Still, though, they are undefeated in La Liga, being 5-3-0 and 2nd behind Barcelona. Lille are 5th in Ligue 1. They're 3-1-2. If you're looking for a reason to not bet Madrid, well, they are out Mbappe and others. Possibly keeper Courtois also in question, did get injured a little bit. And Carlo Ancelotti has oddly only won 2 of 5 times that he's coached against Lille throughout his career. Lille have just 1 win in 6 across all competitions. This weekend, that was the win, 3-0 over Le Havre. Obviously, much different class than Real Madrid. They had, though, allowed multiple goals in 4 of their previous 5 and had been outscored 11-5 in those games. Real Madrid have 0 losses in all competitions across their last 36 and just 1 loss in 58 games, a Copa del Rey extra time defeat against Atleti a year and a half ago. In the Champions League alone, Real Madrid have not lost in 14 since the 2023 final. They also have only 2 losses in 28 Champions League games. Real Madrid, if you got on it early, was minus 140. That looked like possibly a gift, maybe too easy. It has moved to minus 175, minus 180. Certainly looks too easy. Madrid do give games late often when they do, even when they do win. So in the parlay, Real Madrid double chance. So that's the win or the draw. Certainly draw no bet might get you better odds as well, or just go all in and go Real Madrid win. Next up, Liverpool and Bologna. Liverpool went to Italy and they beat Milan 3-1. Bologna drew 0-0 with Shakhtar Donetsk, and they've been doing a lot of drawing. They've also drawn 4 of 6 games in Italy's Serie A to be just 1-4-1. Nowhere near as good as they were last season after they lost several players in the offseason. They're 13th right now. They've scored 7 and they've given up 9, playing down a man. They did, though, manage a 1-1 draw with Atalanta this weekend. In home Champions League group stage games, Liverpool have won 10 straight, and they've scored 2 or more in 9 of those 10. Liverpool moved to the top of the EPL season table this year at 5-0-1, scoring 12, allowing just 2, and they should cruise to victory, you would think, by 2 or 3 here. In their last 41 home games in all competitions, they have only 3 losses. We're just going to ask Liverpool to win, but you could certainly go to score 2, to win by 2, or maybe more if you wanted to improve that. And then finally, Sturm Graz and Club Brugge. The Austrian champs host the Belgium champs here in this game. Sturm Graz lost in France 2-1 to Brest, and their 1 goal was only an own goal. Dimitri Lavallee will miss out here as he took a red card in the 88th minute. Club Brugge lost 3-0 at home to Dortmund, but it was 0-0 until late in that game in the 76th minute. Graz, top of Austria right now at 5-1-2, scoring 14, allowing 10. 7 of their 8 games have seen 2 or more goals. Sturm Graz, 6 of their 7 have seen both teams score over 2.5, and all 7 of their games have seen 3 or more goals in all competitions. For Club Brugge, they're 4th in Belgium right now at 4-2-3. They've scored 15, allowed 11 in those games, and in 7 of 9 games, there's been 2 or more goals. Now, both are seeing a lot of goals in their games. Sturm Graz at home should score, and despite losing 3-0, Club Brugge did outshoot Dortmund 18-17, and they did have 5 shots on target compared to Dortmund's 6. So certainly they did create some chances. I could see certainly at least 2 goals. I'm going to pick at least a goal from both. We'll go Sturm Graz and Club Brugge, both teams to score, paired with a Liverpool win and the double chance on Real Madrid to come in at plus 121 odds in that parlay. Now, there's 3 other games that won't make the official bets here, but let's quickly touch on them in case you're thinking of betting them. We have Girona, Feyenoord. Girona kept it close but lost versus PSG 1-0. Feyenoord lost by 4-0 at home to Leverkusen. Girona, they are 12th in the Liga, 2-3-3. Not as high scoring as last year, with just 2.5 goals per game in their matches. And the under 2.5 has actually gone 5-3, but then the over 1.5 has gone 7-1. Feyenoord are just 2-4-0 in the Eredivisie, and they're 6th. They are 4-2 to under 2.5 as well, but similar story to over just 1.5. They are perfect 6-0. In all competitions, Girona are winless in 5. They've been shut out in 3 of 5 and scored just 2 goals in those games. In all competitions, Feyenoord have 1 win in 5. They've scored in 7 of 8 in all competitions, conceded in 7 of 8, and the both teams to score is 6-2. I don't think either of these teams are in great form. I think it's tough to pick them, possibly both teams to score, but we're going to leave this one alone. And next, Benfica, Atletico Madrid. Benfica beat Red Star 2-1. Atleti topped Red Bull Leipzig. RB Leipzig 2-1. Benfica won 5-1 this weekend in Portugal. They've won 3 straight in the league, and they're 5-1-1 in third. Atleti drew Real Madrid 1-1 in the Derby. They're 3rd in La Liga, still undefeated at 4-4-0. Scored 12, conceded 4. That's the fewest amount of goals allowed in Spain. This one looks like it could be tight, possibly a draw, maybe an under. And finally, Leipzig, Juventus. Leipzig lost in Spain 2-1 to Atleti, but the winning goal did come in the 90th minute. That is their only loss in 19 games across all competitions. Meanwhile, Juve beat PSV from Netherlands 3-1 at home. Juve had failed to score in 3 straight games, though, in Serie A before that game. And this weekend, they had a 3-0 win over Genoa. They've still yet to concede in any game in Serie A in 6 games, but then Leipzig have only conceded twice in 5 Bundesliga games. However, they've not played top-end competition. This one, again, looks like it could be tight, possibly the under, maybe the draw. So that will wrap up Wednesday's Champions League best bets, predictions, and parlays. What do you like? If you agree, disagree, share all your picks down there in the comments, and good luck with your Champions League picks.